welcome to this video. My name's Kat. As always, thank you for stopping in. Today, we're gonna do a makeup routine, but it's gonna be a super easy kind of winter glow up. I love feeling good in the winter. It is really hard, I understand, but a little bit of makeup can go a long, long way. This one's gonna be super easy, super soft glam. You don't need to have a bunch of bougie products. You can use what you got. But I just wanted to show you what I do to get me through the winter because I am already thinking about May, June, July, August, and I can't wait. I'm gonna show you how I do this. So before we hop right into this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. All right, let's go. I brought you guys really close so you guys can see what I'm doing. A lot of these products are from the drugstore. You can find them readily available. If you can't, use what you have because that's what makes you feel good. Okay, first thing I can't recommend to you enough is the Nyx Marshmallow Primer. I, first of all, love the way it smells. I love the way it feels. And I don't need a whole bunch, and it's drugstore. And I use it all of the time. That might have been a bit overkill. Make sure the face is well primed. That is key. The next thing I'm going to use, I recommend this, and I know this is a little bit more high end. It is Urban Decay. It is their eyeshadow primer potion. I love it. However, I buy the minis of a lot of things for a lot of reasons. One, it's really easy for me to fit stuff into my travel bag when I'm traveling. When they're minis, like I even have a little mini Mercier. That is a way to get around spending full price for your makeup. So I'm gonna make sure I got that in there as well. Something I've been doing fairly recently is I've been kicking up my eyelashes at the very beginning. I'm not gonna do anything with them, but I'm just gonna curl them up. It just makes me feel better about the day. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna foundation. This is the Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. This is another drugstore product. I love this product, and in Canada, they're taking it off their shelves, which is absolute garbage. So I went and bought 12 of them, so I should be good for a while. But the reason why I like this is because I have combination skin. Sometimes I have oily skin, sometimes I have dry skin, and this doesn't show any of my skin flaws. So I use it. It is a little bit lighter, but it is buildable, and you don't need a whole bunch. So I've got a wet beauty blender, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my skin, and we're gonna go to town. I am not going to put any concealer on for a lot of reasons. I have started to step away from over concealing. I used to do my under eyes. I used to do here. If that is you, this is where you would do it, but I am not, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go into my Hoola bronzer. I absolutely love Hoola bronzer. If that isn't in your price point, any drugstore bronzer that you like would work. However, you can buy minis. This, I think, was like $12, and I think I got like the bronzer and 2 blushes with it. So I mean, you can kind of get a bougie product at a better price if that is you. I've actually hit pan on my mini. I always keep my mini in my traveling bag. So I'm gonna take my L'Oreal L14 brush. It looks like this. It's a tapered brush. And I'm just gonna stamp in, but I go up. I'm going up like this, and I just kind of stamp along the outer perimeter of my face and bring some of that color back that I just lost. I'm also gonna hit my jawbone all the way down here, and I go all the way under to my chin, and I just use the same technique for right now. We will swoop it in later and blend it through, but this is just how I get the product where I want it. and then we will go ahead and swoop through. So now I'm gonna swoop it up. I'm not gonna go down ever. You wanna go up, and I use a very soft, kind of almost a rounded motion when I'm doing this. Soft and round, light on the fingers. Not too hard. I absolutely love these Laura Lee Los Angeles brushes, by the way. I can't wait until she restocks because I only have a few. I bought a few and now I want more, of course. So hit the jawline. Now, this is something that is optional. If you want to do it, you can. I always do my nose. I still contour my nose. So I'm taking this, sorry, this is a Kat Von D Shade and Light brush. And I'm using the most pointed edge. And I'm just gonna go in like this on my nose. And a little bit right here, just to give it a little bit of an uptick. And I do like in between my cupid's bow. Just like that. And then I actually use a clean finger, and that's how I blend that through. I'm not giving you the finger, that's just the finger I choose to use, so I'll use this one. Just like that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is blush. I am gonna use my Benefit California Girl. These are the minis. Like I said, I got a pack of them for like 12. If it's not in your budget to get the full, like this is the bronzer, but you can buy these little guys. You can totally get your hands on it. This is a Bare Minerals brush. It's a pretty dense brush and I like it. This is what the color looks like. I love this color. It gives me so much. And I'm gonna go fairly high on my cheekbones. Not too heavy, I just want a little pop of color. Like a little pop. And maybe just the tip of my nose. This is my Nudie 2 palette by Laura Lee Los Angeles. I almost like this one better than the Nudie 1. It is well loved. Well loved. I absolutely adore the color story here. I am gonna just basically use Low Cut, Risque, and maybe Skimpy. So I'm gonna use 3 colors out of them. This is a fluffy brush by the brand called Quo, drugstore brand, but I kind of like them. They have a bunch of different styles, makes, and models. They're fairly good. I have other brushes, like these are Laura Lee. I have some Morphe here somewhere, like that's a Morphe brush. I like trying new and different brushes. It's like a fetish of mine. So I'm gonna focus my attention right now on the crease, slightly above the crease, and just kind of on the edge. So I just kind of tap in first to kind of get my like placement, and I go out towards the end of my eyebrow. And then once I've kind of got the color focused, I run it through the crease and slightly above. I have hooded eyes, like if you see where my eyes are now, I do have hooded eyes. So I go slightly above the crease, not like fully, but slightly. I'm gonna go in with an L16. This is by Laura Lee. I figured if we're using her palette, we should start using some of her products. I'm gonna go in with this Risque. It's this like dark mauve type color, and I'm just gonna tap my brush a little bit, take off the excess, and I'm actually just gonna tap into the outer corner again. You'll notice that I tap a lot, and that's because I feel like I can get the most control by doing that, and then I go ahead and blend through. But I just put a little bit on that outer edge, and I use the smaller brush just so I have the control and the precise like nature that I need. So I just tapped that in. And then what I'm gonna do is gonna take the same fluffy brush I had before and just run it through the crease to soften the edge. I'm gonna tap off all the excess off this L16 Laura Lee, and I'm gonna go back into low cut. And so I've got the remainder of the Risque on there, and I'm just gonna go into low cut, tap it all off, and ever so lightly go underneath my under eye. I'm only gonna go about halfway into my like pupil if I'm looking straight. This little L16 brush is phenomenal if you guys want to get under your eye and just kind of smoke it out. And if you feel like it's too harsh, you can totally just go in with a fluffy brush and just sweep that through. I think I'm gonna go in with Skimpy, just kind of stay with the same tones. It's kind of like a rosy kind of undertone, and I use a clean finger, and I just go in and tap that in. Now my least favorite part of doing my makeup is my eyebrows. One way I do this is I have the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. You do not have to use this one. There is a really good one by NYX, which is drugstore. But I like this one because I like the color tone. This one is in the number 2, which is kind of like the blonde neutral. And I always kick my eyebrows up. I recently bought the pomade and I like it. However, I have to keep working with it because we are not quite friends yet. I go in with the finest pencil to start with, and it's like really, really, really fine. And I just kind of lightly put my eyebrows back to where they should be. I'm flicking up closest to my nose, and then I'm gonna kind of curve out and away, kind of not flicked up, but like I'm not gonna go down on my eye. Then I'm gonna go in with this, oh, that's the spoolie side. I'm gonna go in with this one. It is the angled, and it's a lot fatter than that skinny one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in what I need. Then I'm gonna go in with the brow gel. The label fell off, but it is the Benefit. And I'm gonna go in and just kick all those back up into place. My eyebrows and I have had one heck of a tour. We like each other some days and we hate each other other days. Since we used the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie 2 palette, I'm gonna go in with her Glaze palette. This is my favorite highlighter. I do like ColourPop, which is really on the cheaper end. This one isn't too expensive either. Like the Laura Lee Nudie 2 palette is pretty reasonable for the price of it. This one has 4 different highlighters. I'm gonna go in with diamonds, and I'm just gonna tap my brow bone, and I use my finger, as you can tell. Like I love to finger paint, so I do the same on my face. So just tap, 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 tap. And then I go in with a fan brush. I hate this brush, but it's the only one I use for highlighter. I'm gonna go between diamonds and Glow Gal. Just a little bit right there and there. And I always do my nose and my Cupid's bow. And I have been doing it a little bit up here. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the Mercier translucent setting powder. This is a mini. I get the minis. I don't like spending a whole bunch, but I like to still feel bougie. So I get the minis from time to time, and I like that. And I just set my entire face. Highlight and all. I try to like not swipe through the highlight, but I definitely set my face. If you're gonna spend the money, get yourself a really good setting powder. Like, I highly recommend this. But if not, Nyx makes a pretty good one that I do also use and own and like. And then I'm gonna set with my Urban Decay All Nighter. I just purchased this. This is a brand new purchase to me. I used to use the Benefit. I loved it. This one's got a really nice mister too. I see lots of people using this one, so I decided, we'll give it a go. What I do is I do a wing liner, and I'm using the Hyper Easy by Maybelline, and I like it because it's got a felt fine tip on it. And I just go ahead. Don't ever pull on your eye when you're doing your wing liner because it looks like hell. And just don't do that. So the next thing is a lip. You can do something as simple as a balm. I use Surfer Salve quite often, but I want to do a little bit of a lip. So I'm using the NYX Slide On, Stay On, Glide On, you know, the whole thing. And it is in Sugar Glass. I need a new one. And I'm just going to kind of line my lips. And then staying with the Laura Lee Los Angeles kind of vibe, I'm going in with E-Bug. This is from the Candy Skies collection. I have that palette and I love it. And I'm just gonna tap some of this gloss in. So the last thing is our eyelashes. So again, I'm just gonna kick those back up. And I'm gonna use the Maybelline Sky High. This is another drugstore must-have. So there's that, and I'm gonna put some eyelashes on, some falsies on. I always wear falsies when I wanna feel glam. If this is the end for you, this is the end. But I'm gonna use some Ardell lashes. I like their foaming demi wispies. They're a really great drugstore, well-priced brand. I always use the Duo Glue. Hot tip for you, always keep your lashes fairly clean. I clean them with a little bit of makeup remover. Okay, so they're on. This one's still drying a little bit, but we'll be okay. I'm gonna take any excess powder that I have on my brush and just kind of powder my face where I know I get oily. My T-zone, it's a write-off. So this is our final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Kat. As always, thank you for stopping in. It's good to see ya. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, and we will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.